So
Thank you.
I am recording.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So someone wants to join. Oh, I kept Uso answer Roxy. So Uso answer Roxy. Sorry, I didn't see that. I had already started the presentation. Sorry for keeping you long at the waiting room. You're welcome. So I'll give you some time to, later to introduce yourself. Let's quickly jump into the presentation. So like I was saying, we just started. So this is the introduction to data science, the first class of your data science mastery. And it is going to cover what data science is and what you're going to see, your expectations, how we're going to do things and stuff. So let me just go. Now, this is the topics to be covered today. That is, I want you to understand the fundamentals of data science. When we say data science, what is it? How is it different from data analysis? And then the overview of data science processes. Data science, it is a science. So every science is a process. So what is a process? From the first to the last. How do we do? And then later we go into introduction to Python. But today we're not going to go into introduction to Python. Tomorrow we start our introduction to Python. And today I will show you how to download the software, the Jupyter Notebook, if you haven't done so, and um, also how to access the Google Classroom I have created and the whole lot. So let's just jump. So I'm not going to read what is on the screen, but you can read along the line. So ask yourself, you want to learn data science. What is even data science? For my explanation or the simple, straightforward explanation, see data science as this. You see, a doctor kind of instructs us. A doctor, or let me even give this example. Um, a beekeeper or something like, yeah, a bee extractor actually gets a bee comb and then extracts the honey from the bee comb. So before, when you see the bee comb with a lot of bees on it, it is not edible. You cannot even get close to it. But he would go pick that, through all those rigorous actions, bring the comb and then extract the honey. And then you go and you can taste the honey and say, this really tastes great. So that is the same thing here. A data scientist is someone who, actually does something, the work of a data science. Uh, and when we say data science, it is simply extracting insights and knowledge from data. So we want to extract knowledge and insights from data. That is it. It is a science of data. We're doing every magic using data. So you have your data, you want to understand and see, yeah, whose hand is up. Okay, someone wants to join. Jonathan Mensah. So, um, data science is just a science of extracting insights or knowledge from data. So you have your data. It can be any data. What is hidden? What knowledge is hidden from that data? What can we get from that data? So it is your work to get the data and then extract insights from the data. For example, if I collect all bio, when you applied for this program, you actually provided some of your bio data, and then we can use to you it is just your name, your age, but to us we can use that to track students very well, to engage in our art services, to actually plan very well, know where to advertise, where not to advertise and stuff. So something like that. So data science is actually on the board or on the slide. It says it is an interdisciplinary field that involves using statistical and computational methods to extract insights and knowledge from data. So what we mean by interdisciplinary field is that it is not just um, a science, or let's say it's not just the programming. It's actually, it cuts across. It is everywhere. We have data science in everywhere. So you apply, it is a combination of three, four, or five, depending on the problem, knowledge or techniques. So you use statistics, mathematics, and computer science to do your data science, and the domain specific knowledge, that is the field in which you are actually doing your analysis on. So if it is in agriculture, you will need agricultural knowledge, something like that. But the key things are the statistics, mathematics, and computer science. Statistics is where you do your statistical analysis to know what is happening, and then the mathematics, the algorithms you're going to use, the models, ChatGPT you use, the ChatGPT you use for your projects and stuff. The assignments are they are all mathematics. We use mathematics to create them, and computer understands mathematics, binary. So you understand mathematics, like calculus. Don't be scared. Very basic. You are not going to do the classwork here. You just understand what we mean by integration, what we mean by differentiation. Statistics, we mean the central tendencies, mean, mode, um, median, the percentiles, quantiles, and all those basic things like that. Those we did in our elementary. And the computer science is where you code. That is the coding aspect of data science. So in this aspect, or in this course, we're going to use Python to do that. And I want you to understand some key concepts in this is just a takeaway. I'm going to use them most often, and they cut across. They are actually terms we use in machine learning. Sorry, data science. So we have the first word is data wrangling. When in data science, if you or in data, the word of data, if you hear wrangling, it means cleaning. So data wrangling, that is cleaning data. What we mean by cleaning data is that when you get a data, it might not be in the format you want. Just like when a beekeeper or bee hunter goes to the forest to go and hunt the bee wax or the bee comb. It is not in the form of honey. So he has to extract the honey from the wax or the comb, and then he gets what he wants. So the process of cleaning or transforming the data or putting the data you have, the raw data you have, into the format you want is actually what we call data wrangling or cleaning. So if you hear me saying we are wrangling the data, it means we are cleaning. What we mean by that is we're actually transforming it from changing it from its current state to a state we want. And then data visualization, that is just visualizing, creating visual representations of data to aid you understand patterns and trends. So bar graph, bar charts are just visualizations. So when we say visualizations, we mean images and videos, basically. So if you create bar charts, you're doing data visualization. That is it. And you hear this a lot. Model, model, modeling. I am modeling. So everything in data science, machine learning, we say model. ChatGPT is a model. So models are modeling. When we say statistical modeling, or most times you just hear modeling or models. Modeling involves the statistical techniques to analyze and make predictions. So models are actually functions. We can have a function f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3 is actually transforming any value you put in place of x into a domain in what y, something like that. So that function is actually a model. So the same way, see it the same way. So if you want to predict claim probability, for instance, probability that a policyholder, or probability that it will rain today, you are not just going to sit down and write like we do in our university courses. You write certain instructions to the computer, and those instructions you write are actually what we call the model. That's all. And then when we talk of machine learning, so modeling is actually an aspect or a part of machine learning. So machine learning simply involves training algorithms to automatically recognize patterns in data and make predictions. That is the bookish meaning. For my layman's simple definition is machine learning simply involves training machines to behave like human beings. When you use ChatGPT, you ask him, "Hey, dude," it will reply, "Yo, how are you?" Something like that's ChatGPT, "How are you?" To be like, "I'm fine." You know, the ability for the site to behave like a human, converse with you. That is what we call machine learning. So machine learning involves training computers, or yeah, in this case, let's say computers, not just computers. It can be robots, it can be cars, to be like to mimic human beings. So you hear of self-driving cars. Tesla and Waymo are actually training cars which can drive on themselves, negotiate curves, accelerate and decelerate and all those stuff. So those are examples of machine learning. And then when we talk of big data, it's simply a very big data set, a collection of a big like millions or thousands of data sets. That's all. So data set is just data. So when we have a collection, a bigger collection of this data, then we call it big data. Data which is big, big data. Yeah. Now, for be jotting things down anywhere you didn't get, you can actually let me know when I. Okay, Jonathan, please. I would recommend you. Okay, you speak.
And please, you can say the recommendation.
Yeah, I recommend you write your question, down, and if we finish, I'm going to finish in some few minutes. When you ask all your questions, and I can go back, so that we finish early, right? Because we have 2 hours. Is it cool?
Yes.
Okay, so please, if you have any question, just be jotting them down, so that you don't forget. Yeah, I have my pad, my sketch pad here. You can see I have my. Let me show you. I have my diary too here. So I like writing. So if you say anything which really makes sense to me, I'll just write it down. Or something I have to go and do research about for you, I'll do that. So you have to also cultivate that habit. It's a very nice, thing. So now we look at data science process. I told you before data science, so it is a science. Every science has, process, and every science follows the scientific process. So the first stage in data science process is actually data collection. Now, I told you data science is actually a science of data. You're using data to make some predictions, using data to make some magic, to do whatever you want to. So the first stage is to get that data you want to use. You want to use to make the magic, use to make the predictions. If you want to predict that it will rain today or not, you will need data. So you use the data to make the prediction. So the first stage will be getting that data. How do you get that data? You use to get or make your predictions. So that is the first thing. The first stage is data collection. And then when you collect the data after getting through the data collection, it can be that the data is already somewhere and you go and take it, or you do your Google Forms, walk around the patch of Libima and all those things. Or it can be that there's a lot of ways. Sometimes the data wouldn't be available. You have to write code to go to people's websites to get all those data and put them together for you. Now, after getting the data, it might not be in the shape or the form you want. So you have to transform. I was telling you about data wrangling. So you have to wrangle the data and then, get it into a ready form, like a form you want to make it ready for your analysis. And that is the second stage. That is the data pre-processing. So you are processing the data. It's like processing mango to mango juice, something like that. Then after processing, and having the data into the format you want, you first do your exploratory data analysis, aka EDA. Exploratory, so EDA. You do your EDA, that is, you analyze the data, it will help you understand the data very well. That is where you do your statistics. What is the mean age of the students who joined today? What is the um, number of students who were male as compared to the number of students who were females? What is the number of students who stay in the north as compared to the number of students who stay in the south? What's the number of students who are in K University? What's the number of students who are in UDS? Something like that. So you do your exploratory data analysis to understand it very well. After understanding the data very well and extracting insights, you now build your model. You come to the fourth one, that is the model building. That is where you build models. And then the models I told you are just functions, instructions that instruct, or they are just instructions that instruct, yes, the computer to do something for you. That's like that. So you code. That's all. And then after building the model, if the model can predict, that it will rain or it will not rain, you want to know how accurate is the model. So you have to evaluate the model's performance. It's just like when you go to school, you learn. But for us to know that you've really learned, we test you with exams. And if you pass, it shows that really learned. If you don't pass, it means that you didn't learn. Something like that. And now, when after evaluating the model and you know that the model predicts well, so it is very correct when it tells you it will rain, it rains. Unlike the Ghana Met, they tell you it will rain today and then Charlie, it will scorch. My, with all due respect to my friend, the climate, the Met guy, and I know you attest to that. So you want to know whether the model lies or it is actually near perfection. And one thing is, no model is perfect. It's only God who is perfect. But we want to get the model which is very close to the truth. So if the truth is 1, we want a model which will be like 0.85, 0.9, or 0.95, very close to 1. Yeah. And then after knowing that, building and knowing that the model performs, so after evaluating the model, now we come to model deployment. That is, now you have the model which can predict whether it will rain or not. You want people to have access to it, whether it's a company or the general public. You have to put the model out there. So, like ChatGPT, when they built it, they had to put the model ChatGPT out for us to use. So they put it in a form, they put it on a website where I can go and then instruct and then I get my distance. So that is the deployment, putting it out into production. Is that's employ just putting it out so that people have access to it. It can be the general public or it can be only a few people. Yeah. Now we come to the tools and technologies we use in data science. Now there are a lot of tools and technologies we use. In IT, there is no one or shortcut or one particular thing to doing things. So I've actually grouped this into four, but we are going to consider three. So the first one is programming languages. So I told you before, it's going to be programming. So the two most popular programming languages are Python and R. Those are the mostly used. And in data science, when you go to other spaces like web development, app development, they have their programming languages there. They use Python too, but you will see languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We have Java, Floating, we have React, we have Flutter, we have Dart, a lot. So here we are going to use Python because Python is the most dominant. Python forms about 90% of, you know, the people, 90% of data scientists or companies across the world are using Python. And then all the new technologies are built on top of Python. So the two programming languages we mostly use are R and Python, but we are going to consider Python because it is the most current. And then we come to data visualization too. How do you create, bar charts and then all those stuff? So we have tools like Tableau and Power BI we use mostly for creating tools for creating charts. But we are going to use Python libraries. Python libraries, which Python can also give us this bar chart and all those stuff, just like the Tableau and Power BI. So we're going to use libraries such as now you don't know, you wouldn't get libraries. From tomorrow going, you would really understand much about what we call libraries. But for now, I just want you to have an overview of what is going to happen. So you can see we have libraries or let's say tools in Python, simply tools in Python, which can actually create charts like Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly, many more. Those are the names of some of the tools. For now, let's say tools. We can use in Python to create a lot of visualizations, charts like bar graph, histograms, box plots, scatter charts, all those stuff. And then we come to big data. Now, sometimes the data you have to use is very, very huge. Your machine cannot process that. So we have tools we can use to, do that. But this is not up to your level. It's not popular to be using. Even myself, I haven't used any of these in my projects before. So, but it is good to know big data. We have Hadoop, Spark, and Hive are some examples. We have millions of tools out there. You can do your um, you can do your research on that. And when we come to machine learning, that is where the interesting part is. You want to build a model to predict whether it will rain or not. So we use Python libraries or tools in Python such as um, scikit-learn and TensorFlow. Those are tools you can use to build models, to do predictions for you. Yeah. And then now let's come to, now we've been talking about machine learning, AI, data science, what is its applications? What is its usefulness? Now, I want to tell you that machine learning or data science is everywhere. Everywhere in this world we can apply data science. So in business intelligence, that is in business. So for example, you can actually analyze your data and know which people, for example, I always use this example, Jumia Ghana would analyze its sales data and know which region actually buys from them, which um, goods do they buy most from them, and then which they will want to know which maybe category of goods or which year do they sell, which months do they sell better. So we can use machine learning or let's say data science to do that. And we can also build models to actually um, help us in customer sales. For example, when you visit some sites, you see a pop-up will come, hello, how can I help you? And then you'll be like, oh, I want to buy a shoe. Be like, okay, nice meeting you. My name is Lara. No one is there. It's a chatbot. It's a robot we've trained to do that. So that is application of data science. We can also it's enormous along the line you would know. And then when it comes to healthcare, we've been reading news. AI is making surgeries. Um, Zainab, my doctor, will tell you more about that. I think she will attest to that fact. Some surgeries are very scary. Some analyses are very complex for the human eye. We are not saying that machines are more intelligent than humans, but as I am sitting here, half of my brain is thinking about my family, half is thinking about, you know, a lady I saw on the street today, you know, or maybe someone or something, someone did me this, I have to do that, you know. But machines have 100% of their memories to what you give to them, to something like that. So in healthcare, you can actually have um, you can actually have data science in analyzing complex. For example, when COVID came, people were able to sit down and analyze the data to see that it affects the old age more than the young. And it also affects those who are in the colder regions as compared to the warmer regions. These are all analysis we did. We can build models to predict or detect diseases in people. Now we're building models to detect cancer in patients and all those stuff. I believe you've seen most of these things. You see people cancer in people and all those stuff, right? And then in finance too, we have data science can be used. Those who trade stock, you can build model which will advise you whether to trade today or not to predict stock prices in the next 20, 10 days, the next day, the next 2 hours, anyone you want. Banks can also use that to, even we build models. I built a model for a financial institution in the US to predict the probability that a client that give loan to will pay or will not pay. So if you go for loan, they will pass your details through the system. System will tell them, okay, this person has 50% probability that he will not pay. They will not give you the loan. You get it? These are all applications. And when we come to social media, you see when you visit YouTube, everybody, if for me, for instance, if I open my YouTube right now, you see that I have a lot of Messi videos, Inter Miami and then AI because the first time, anytime I visit the YouTube, that is what I mostly look into. So it's actually it is called recommendation system. It looks at what you normally click, what you normally like, and recommend that to you most of the times. So you realize when you open, if you like Shatawale, you see Shatawale's new videos all the time on your front page. IG, all the social media platforms are using the IG. If you click on a shoe, or if you are a bad boy and you like watching Hajia Bintu and go twerking, the next time you go, you see those things. And you see when playing using social media, sometimes you see ads, Yango, right, those things. So it depends on your searches on Google Chrome. So if you search for, maybe more food, you see more adverts about Glovo and all those stuff. If you're a bad boy, you search about dating sites, pornographies and all those stuff. So you will see VPNs and all those stuff, dating sites and all those stuff. So me, I know that if I see the kind of ads you get, I can tell you the kind of searches you do on social media. Yeah. So if you are bad, you're bad. And funny enough, AI is taking over everywhere, every sector by sector. We have agric, we have machines, AI machines actually diagnosing, and then detecting diseases in crops, sorting crops and all those stuff. A lot of interesting things happening all over, the sectors. A lot. I will tell you more whilst we move. So at this point, I want to ask you: do any one of you know, any applications of data science? I just want to take. Have you ever come across? Have you seen any usefulness? Or how do I even put it? Have you ever seen any relevant application? It can be bad or good applications of data science you've heard before or anything like that. Have you ever heard of anything like that? Just unmute your mic and say who has heard of anything like that.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
ChatGPT is an example.
Thank you very much. Guy, you are brilliant. It shows that you really use ChatGPT in your school. That's amazing. Any other? Try to give an example or maybe example of how data science. But right now, I don't think you know much. Maybe if you have heard of how your professors are using data science um, to actually mm, maybe help to actually do something in your field. If you know anything, who wants to speak? Theophilus, yeah,
Yeah, I think in climate modeling.
that's true. So now people using these ones to model, even they can work on some, even how many are we? That's 14. We can come together. I know I can get satellite data from URA2, one of NASA's satellites in the space, for about 20 years in climate data. And then we can build machine learning models to predict when it will rain and stuff. And they are more accurate than the human way of predicting. So thank you for that. I love that. We can collaborate and work on such a project. And you can write it down. That will be your project because each one of us is going to do one capstone project at the end of this. So I want to hear
Okay.
you. Okay, still waiting. Now let me complete. So now I want to say this is how we're going to do the course. I have a Google Classroom. If you haven't used before, I'll show you. It's a classroom just like a virtual classroom with a lot of resources. I'm going to add you all and I'll send the code to the class so that when you go there, we have a lot of teaching materials there. You have them section by section. You can download and then you work on your machine. Also, we record these sections and then put them on the Google Classroom. We also provide links to relevant YouTube videos and, you know, Python. You use 3W3 schools to get additional, knowledge out along the line. ChatGPT is there. We have Stack Overflow when you get stuck, and then I also have tutorial sheets, Python documentations. So like a lot of detailed resources to help you. I have books. I'll be dropping them. We just starting, so not today. Along the line, I'm dropping books you can use. Books I am reading myself. Books I am reading to create my projects. I am not jealous. I want all of you to, come up and I need people to even join my team to make more money. I'm not getting. So I would show everything to you. So this is how we're going to go. It's not just one way, like me meeting you talking. It's going to be Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesday. Wednesday is for career session. So we meet anything you didn't understand, I address it there, and then any other things too. Like it's not just about learning. How do you go about securing jobs and all those stuff? You would know how to build your LinkedIn profile, how to polish them, how to get domino, how to post on LinkedIn, how to get project ideas, how to land internships, and all those stuff. How did I? And I would make sure I get some people who are already in the field once in a while to talk with us. We host them, they give us their experience. Yeah. So this is it. I want to take some few questions and I show you the Google Classroom. and then um, we move on from there and close. So I want us to close very soon. I don't want us to exhaust the whole 2 hours. So that you can prepare for tomorrow, right? And yes, last but not to forget, I'll show you how to install the softwares too. So taking questions. You can unmute yourself. I think Jonathan you had a question, so unmute yourself and say.
Yeah. I wanted to know the difference between an algorithm and a model. When I checked on Google, but it's not really. I'm not really satisfied, or I'm not really getting
Okay,
the understanding.
that's cool. Do you have any other question or that's all?
For now, that's all.
Okay. So when we talk of an algorithm simply put, I always want like people clicking internet to LLMs give very detailed and technical this thing. So when we talk of algorithm simply means a set of instructions that tells a computer what to do. A set of instructions. You get it? That tells the computer what to do. So okay, take so algorithm can even not just computer, but we are limiting it to this in our computer case. So Zainab, I will answer you after um, I finish this. So algorithm is just when we talk of a model is not just a set of instructions. It has some sense of it's a function. See it as a function, which actually does something for us. But the set of instruction, so we use the algorithm is like the set of okay, Mohammed Basim, please I would attend to you. Let me finish this before. Um, the set of instructions is actually what we call algorithm. And when we talk of model, the model is actually when you put the instruction into practice. So you wrote an instruction, computer should take the data from point A, then turn it to C and put it to D and go and save it at F. But that is just the instruction, that is the algorithm. But that is the steps. Let me put it that I want to explain to really satisfy you. And when we talk of a model is actually putting that instructions together to do something. Now you fed that into the computer, so the computer understands now. Now it becomes a model, something like that. I don't know whether you are kind of okay. Jonathan says he is cool. So Zainab, yes, the okay, Basim, I've heard you. It was a mistake, sure. So with the Wednesday okay, right, I'll attend to you surely. With the Wednesday section, it is going to be the same time, but we can discuss. If you think we need to change the time, we can discuss that. And if you think these times are not favorable and we should fix them at particular times, you can do that. Yeah. And Bright, you can ask your questions. Okay, Justina, I'll
Okay,
attend to you.
so I wanted to ask about data analytics, and I
Okay.
think I was kind of reading something about data science and data analytics, and I learned that data science is more of like physics, and let's say data analytics is like engineering. You know, engineering is an applied science or application of
Yeah.
let's say physics and other disciplinary subjects. So I don't know if data analytics is going to covered or following the process of data science is like if in a way covered data analytics as well. So I wanted to know.
Oh, that's amazing. So let me just put it very straightforward. Let me give you a very clear distinction between the two. So data analysis is actually um, is just also answer please. Can you yes, thank you. So Basim, please when you can raise your hand and then you talk. You get it. So right when we talk of data analysis, it is analyzing the data. That is, you get the data, kind of manipulate to know the insight, to get an insight from the data. For example, you have maybe sales data from Jumia. You want to know between men and women, who buy most. You get it? Between the 16 regions, who buy most? Between the the products they sell, which one sells most, and which age category actually buys most, and which month sells most. All those things are actually, the work of, or that is the data analysis. But when we come to data science, after knowing the problem, every data scientist knows data analysis. But after knowing the problem, how do you solve it? Let's say, for example, um, people, um, let me give a clear. Now, we picked, let me pick my friend, the Mets data, the Mets case, Mets student case. So we have a climate data. So we want to know which months actually, um, which months have higher temperatures and which ones have lower ones, which ones have higher rainfalls. We want to see the rainfall patterns for the past maybe 20 years to see whether we have the rainfalls are actually dropping or they are rising, something like that. So that's the moving average. So we can do all those analysis and we saw maybe December has the highest rainfall, January has the lowest rainfall, this one has that work, the discoveries, answering the question like which one, which, where, when is actually the work of the data analysis or the data analyst. So that is the data analysis. And then when we come to data science, you go a step further. That is after knowing this month does this month that, and then this one has that and all this stuff. You want to know, okay, now can I build a model? Can I solve this problem? So now can I build a model which can tell me when it will rain and when it will not rain? That is the work of the data scientist. So every data scientist does the work of data analyst before you build on top of that. So see data scientist as a headmaster and then the data analyst as like a teacher under the headmaster. So headmaster can teach, but a teacher cannot be a headmaster. I don't know, Bright, if I have explained it well to you.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Justina before Basim Mohammed. Justina, please ask your question.
Hello, please am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Please, when I started to join, my network stripped off, so that's why I'm Justina. I'm reading food science and I'm a prospective postgraduate student of Kenya. Please, my question is very personal.
Okay, sure.
I want to know it's okay, but then my question to Newman is I want to know there's this program I join and I mostly have Zoom meetings every Sunday.
So I think your network is down. Maybe you can type the question.
At the same time, and then both meetings are actually going to require my ultimate attribute. I don't know, so that I'll be able to catch up. Yes, that's my question.
Okay, so you want to know whether we can change the Sunday's time, right?
Yeah, I want to know if we can possibly push it
Push it,
to meeting. I have to be there.
push it to
Yeah, I don't know.
in front or drag
It
it
depends.
behind.
It depends. I don't know. I think it should be an a question to everybody whether we should bring the date, the time for Sundays forward or backward.
Okay, so what I'll do is we would continue with that in the WhatsApp group. You know more about that. Thank you for your concern.
All right, thank.
You're welcome. So, Basin, yes, Basin, you can speak.
Hello,
Yeah, Basin, we can hear you. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
hello,
Yeah, we can hear you. Just speak.
hello,
Yeah, we can hear you.
hello.
We can hear you speak.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
evening.
I'm also grateful for this. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Okay,
If you
Please,
have,
my question is,
okay,
I also want to ask concerning the programming. So it's also maybe we those are not actually having any basis of programming. Are we also captured?
okay. Are you done with your question? So with respect to whether you know programming or not, we treat everyone to be an absolute beginner, and we actually, you know, just like I said, we treat all of you to be absolute beginners. That's why we have Google
I don't know whether
Classroom.
you've heard my question, please.
Yeah, I'm addressing it. You talked of you are an absolute beginner in programming. Are we going to help you out or something like that? So I'm trying to answer that. So with that, we have the Google Classroom full of resources, tutorial sheets. I would soon share, I will soon show you that. So don't worry at all. And we're going to use the next 4 meetings to talk about to discuss introduction to programming. We treat the most basic things, and along the line, you can practice. The tutorial sheets have instructions and stuff you can use to actually, find a way through. So, Mohammed, we have you covered, right? Don't worry at all.
Hello, have you gotten my question?
Yeah, I've had your question. I've had your question. I've had your question, yes. So you can type if there is any other question, you can type it and we would attend to that. So I think someone rose their hand up. Um, Roxin, right? Or who's, yeah, Roxin. I also have a problem with the meeting days. I am seeing the
Hello?
time though. Okay. Yeah, Roxin.
Hello?
Yeah, Roxin, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, if we can hear you, please, you can speak.
Hello? Please, I want to know if, okay, I just want to know if data cleaning falls under data pre-processing.
Yes. So data cleaning, the
I hope
data
you heard me.
pre-processing. Yes. So data cleaning,
Hello?
yeah.
Mhm.
So data cleaning is actually a subset. Let's say another name for pre-processing. So they are
I said, that, mhm.
data cleaning is actually just like a synonym to data pre-processing. So you're cleaning the data. It involves a lot of techniques like dropping missing values, scaling, um, transformations, and we have a lot ongoing there. It
Okay.
depends on the problem. So it's actually another name for pre-processing. The technical name is data pre-processing, and the common name is data cleaning. I don't know if you can get me now.
It's okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So if you don't get anything and you couldn't ask,
Oh,
if
I
you
get
if
you.
you
I get you.
okay,
Thanks.
sure. You're welcome, bro. And any other questions so that
Okay.
I start sharing my screen on the. Let me take this one off, and
Okay.
I would soon share a new brand new. Okay, you can ask your question if you have a question. Fadila, ask your question. In an hour, go
Okay,
ahead.
please can I ask my question?
You
Uh-huh.
can.
Please, I would like to ask that is there
certificate, a degree certificate, the certificate you get after completing the course, is it degree certificate?
It's actually a certification.
And
It's not a degree. It's a, because this is not a university, so you can get a degree from us. Yeah, but it's an
but like
industry recognized certification, just like taking a course from Google or maybe Coursera in many cases.
and please, after the course, you say we become a data scientist. Like I don't understand because per my research, you know, to become a data scientist, we have master certificate. Yeah, like there are other high degree courses that when you offer, you become a data scientist. So I don't know if this one, like I don't understand. We become a data scientist, like we can apply for jobs and other things. Like
Okay, so I have a job. I don't have masters um, in data science. So when we talk of data science in any IT field, doing a degree in it doesn't guarantee you a job. Everyone is interested in your skills. You know, when you apply, try go to LinkedIn, try applying for any data science role. You will see something. Some people will tell you in master's degree in relevant or related field, having this is in this. People who are even reading political science and the fact that they have skills and they have projects. When you enroll or when you apply for any data science or any IT role, you have to, the most important thing is your skills. So your portfolio, you show your project you've worked on. And then if you are able to do that, then you show a certification you have. So even if you have a PhD in data science and you don't have projects, it doesn't guarantee you anything. So you don't become a data scientist by doing a master's in data science, but you become a data scientist by, knowing data science.
okay, thank you very much. And please, I also have a problem with the meeting days. Can it be changed? Like
Okay, so when is your favorite
maybe
day?
shift it to maybe like Mondays to Wednesdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, because weekends, yeah, there's some way. Like,
Okay, that's cool. So we ballot on that in the group. You get it?
all right. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
you're welcome. So, any other questions, Fadila, Zainab, Sadiq, Abubakar Sadiq? Okay, Abubakar Sadiq, you can talk.
Please, can you hear me?
Here we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, since we are dealing with data, I'm just suggesting if there could be a survey for us to just choose the days which we like and then make the preferred days could be used for the program rather than just someone's talking and we just listen.
Yeah, you are right. That's why I said we're actually going to talk about that in the listing. So we create a pool in the um, WhatsApp group, and you vote. So if many of you vote for change, then we look for the change you want. If you are cool with it, then we keep it. Is it cool? Okay, so Zainab, you have a question. Ask. You have to have a question. Um, and Fadila, ask your question. Okay, Zainab,
Please, I don't have a question yet.
you have to have a question.
As I don't have a question.
Okay,
Well,
Zainab,
mine
sure.
is also concerned. It's concerned with the time and the. I don't have a problem with the days that we'll be having the this in the class.
Yeah,
But then my problem is with the time because I'll be having my internship at the hospital, so I wouldn't be free during the day unless maybe like around these times.
okay.
Mhm. So
That's
if we are going to do it on the weekday, it should be around this time because
okay. Sure.
mhm.
That's cool. Thank you. Any other questions? We have 2 minutes more to take questions before I show my screen and then walk you through the Google Colab, sorry, the Google Classroom, and then how to install the app.
Please, please, I think the poll will help. So let's create the poll and then everybody
Yeah.
will vote
So it will be
concerning the meeting.
okay. So it will be in the WhatsApp group, not here. You get it. So I'll create a poll. You can click and share your views. It you we get the results. All of us will see the results, so that it won't be like I manipulated or someone gave me a DM. You get it. Fair representation. So I will create. There is a feature in WhatsApp for that. So we just create a poll. Thank you for the concern.
Sure.
Um, okay. Um, Let me now share my screen to show you how you would access the materials in the Google Classroom. So if you haven't, used the Google Classroom before, it's very easy. So let me share. So this is a new browser. You can follow along or you can write it down. It's very simple. You open up a new browser. I hope you can all see my screen, right? Fadila, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is a new. You open if you want to access the Google um, Classroom. You just open a new browser and in the search bar here, not here, not here, but here in the URL bar, the top one, you type Google, you know, Classroom, Google Classroom, and you hit enter. You just type Google Classroom, you hit enter. Now you will see the sign in. You see the second link that is sign in or log into Google Classroom. So if it is your first time, you have to sign in. You click on sign in. Right, the second one, sign in. Now, I am joining two classes, so you can see all my classes here. If you have signed in with your Gmail, let's say if you already signed in with your Gmail, it will open up. If you have a class, you don't have a class, it will ask you of the password and stuff. But if you are like me, it will have two classes I join. I have the KIC, University Classic, and then I have the data science mastery. But you will see only one if you don't join any other class. If you join 10 classes, you will see all the 10 classes here. And ours is the data science mastery. You can see it here. So you click on the name and it opens. Now, it is opening because I am the admin. If it is you, it will require you to provide, the first time it will require you to provide the code. Now, I want everyone to take a paper and write this code. I'm not going to share it. Write it. Are we done? Okay. Zainab, are you done? I think everybody is true.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Um, my computer scientist, Fadila, are you done? Are you done?
I'm done, please.
Okay. So this is the code to the class. It will ask you of your code. It will ask you of the class code. If you enter it wrongly, you cannot access this. If you enter it in the right way, you would, um, come. It will open up like this for you. Now, when you come here, this is the opening listing of the class. You can see we have here stream, we have classwork, we have people, we have grades. Now, maybe you may not see people because you are not an admin, or maybe you can see. But the most important thing is, when you scroll down, you can see this is me. If I have anything to say, I'll just write it here right now, and then you will have a notification, right? But if I don't have anything, I'll just and if I upload any new resource, you will have a notification with your email. You will sign in with your email. Please sign in with the email you use, your email you use. And those of you who do not check your emails, please, you have to be checking now because I'll put a resource there and you will be notified in your email that this person has done this. This is where we will do our works. If I'm giving you any announcement, anything, I'll put it for here. I'll put it here and then you. So when you come, you will see the updates. These are our updates. So you can see Mitakilu Mukaili posted a new material. The new material is called Introduction to Machine Learning. That was yesterday. So I populated the class with a lot of materials. You can see a lot of them. So if there is anything, you will see. Now, if you want to access the materials, you just come up here to the classwork. If you click on the classwork, it will load. So you can see how it is. You will not see this, the create button here because you are not an admin. It will just open like this. So you can see we have Python tutorial sheet, right? And then we have, so under the Python tutorial sheet, all these ones, error handling, file handling in Python, functions in Python, control flows in Python, string manipulations, basics of Python programming, introduction to Python programming. These are all materials or tutorial sheets you can use to practice, Python. And you can see the dates they were posted. So if you click on it, it will open, and then you can download it. Let me, those are not the only ones we have. We have some on exploratory data analysis. Anything EDA from data processing, you can see introduction to data science, exploratory data analysis, EDA, data wrangling and feature engineering. You have data cleaning and pre-processing. You have introduction to data science. I think it's repeated, so I'll take one out. You can have all of them. You can download them to yourself. You have machine learning. Now I just brought one. Along the line, I'll be populating them, and then the lecture videos. So after today, I will edit the video and put it. When you come to lecture video section, you will see it and you can download, or it will be on the YouTube channel. So you just click and then go watch if you want to, so that you don't download things. And then we have books and other materials. So I'll, along the line too, I'll put books there. So to download, let's we go top here and then use one, for example. So let me check this one. Introduction to Python program. If I click on it, let me show you. If you click on it, you see it has expanded, right? If you click on it, it expands like this. Now you can see the option to view material, or you can see the material here. It is on my Google. It is on the Google Drive, OneDrive. So you just click on it, and then it opens. Let me show that screen. I don't think you can see that screen, right? So, um, Fadila, can you see the other screen, or you still see the classroom screen?
It's still the classroom screen.
Okay, so let me stop sharing this and share that one. So I'm sharing that one. So this is how, when you click on it, this is how it's going to be. So you can see no preview available because it's a tutorial sheet. You can click on download to just download it, and then when you have Jupyter Notebook, you can open it there. It has a lot of instructions there. Now, if you like to, you can just click on open with Google Collaboratory, and then when you click on that, it would actually, open it. Google has an online place where you can just open it and then start reading. And there is, so let me open with Google Collaboratory for you to see. If I click on it, um, let me share that screen too. I'm going to share that screen too, surely. So this is how the Google collaboration looks like. So you can see there is a lot of writings and things here. You can see, so this tutorial sheet covers the following topics: the history and features of Python, installing Python in Jupyter Notebook, running Python codes. And then this tutorial sheet covers the following. Like it is repeating because I didn't create it in Jupyter Notebook. Sorry, I didn't create it in Colab. It's in Jupyter Notebook. If you open it there, it will look more nicer than this. And you can see the history of Python. Python was created by Guido van Rossum and was first released in 1991. You can have that. And then features in Python, why Python, a lot of resources. And then you can see, now you can see here, this thing is actually a code. You can just click on this play button here and it will run. It will run and then get everything you want to do done for you. Let me go and open one again. Let me go and open a new one which has a lot of codes in it so that you would see how to go about it. So for example, let me click on functions in Python. Let me share that screen. Um, so I hope you can see now. So I'm clicking on functions in Python. It will take me there, just like the same process. Um, just like the same process, just the same thing. And then I click on top there, open with Google Collaboratory. Or let me even share the entire. Let me share the entire screen so that I can be. I don't know if you can see my screen now. Fadila. Okay, it's now coming. It looks weird, right? So I don't know whether you can see it clearly. Is it clear? Or it's kind of mirror, like it's like a mirror. Fadila, how do you see it? Is it clear?
I can see, but it looks a bit blurred.
Then let me probably stop sharing and share. So like I was just trying to walk you through. I'm opening a new, resource, and then I'm going to open it in the same Google Collaboratory like I opened the first one. I hope we all saw that. And it's you just click on it on the top there, open with Google Collab. That's all. So when I finish opening it, I would share that screen for you to see. So it's still loading. But I don't know if any of you has a question about that. You can. Do any of you have a question about that? Bright, do you have a question? Um, Zainab, do you have a question about that? Okay. Can anyone hear me? I want to verify something. Fadila. Yeah, hello everyone. I think you lost me, right? I hope you can all hear from me now. Fadila, can you hear from me? Uh, can't see or hear anything from the instructor again. I don't know what. Fadila, can you hear from me now? I'm back. Hello everyone. Can you hear from me now? Can you hear from me now, everyone? I just want to know. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear from me now? Okay, Fadila, can you hear from me?
Yes, I can.
Sure. So sorry. I don't know what happened. I think our lights just went off and all my systems just boom gone down. ECG Ghana for you. Sorry about that. I was trying to show how to open. Now let me know. Are we all cool with how to maybe open or download something from the classroom? I hope we still remember the process, right? Okay, Abubakar is cool. Justina, do you? Alexander?
Yes, please.
Okay, Alexander. Nanamon.
Bro,
Yes.
mommy said that your food is in the kitchen. That loud sound.
Yeah, I'm doing a meeting.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I was muted. So, Mohammed. So, if everyone can hear me and it's cool, I want to just open, and I want to open and do open another one and do a demo again and show you how the classroom or the tools are like here, how the materials are like. So, before I share, since we know that, I'm just going to open a new one and then um, let me just open with Collab and I'll share my screen on that for you to see how it is. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen shortly. So I've opened a new one on functions. So this is how the one on functions look like. So you can see functions. But when you open it in the Jupyter notebook on your machine, it will look more nicer than this. And then we have introduction to introduction, what are functions, and then some notes about that types of functions and all those stuff. Now when you come here, you can see we have a function here. We have a function here. So you can see this function, if I run it right now, it works. So it will work, and then you can edit the function to actually, sorry, you can edit the function to actually, so how to call the function. So now if I call the function, you can see the output here. Hello, welcome to our program. So whilst you read, you can also learn. And if you want to, let's say you read something, you want to add a code. For example, if I click on this plus, I can have a new cell and I can type maybe print um, what is your name, for instance. And if I run, it would have what is your name. So if I want to delete it too, I can delete that. I just click on the delete button and it is cool. We will do more along the line. You would get to understand. I just want to show you how they will go um, classroom operate and how you can download things from there. So since we are through this, I don't know if anyone has a question. Otherwise, like to I would like to um, show you how to get a Jupyter notebook on your machine. Then we wrap up. Any questions? Or let me just okay. So let me just try to share a new screen and since you don't but can you all hear me? I hope I'm not off again. Can you hear from me please?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, that's nice. So if you don't have any question, okay. Thank you, Dr. Zainab. Let me share another screen and show walk you through how to download the Anaconda. Yes. So today we are sharing screens and sharing a lot of screens. So let me share a new screen and show you how to best go about. So you can see I hope you can see my new screen now. So now let's see how we can get Jupyter Notebook on our machines. Who is not using Windows machine here? Who is using a Mac? Just raise your hand or just unmute yourself and let me see. Fadila, are you using a MacBook or a Linux? Because I know you know use MacBook. Windows.
Yes, please.
Okay, who is using a Linux or MacBook machine here? Jonathan.
Yeah, please can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please, I'm using a Linux.
Which distro? Mint.
Linux Mint.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, my good friend. That's I remember his. So let me just. Yours will be a bit different. So let me just walk.
But I use an online ID.
That's fine. So you are no cool. You are cool with that one, right?
Yeah, and I
No
have
problem.
Jupiter.
No problem. You are good to go. So the rest, let's follow along. So to download and install Jupyter Notebook on your Windows machine, all you do is you go to, you need to install Anaconda. Anaconda has it's a package which has the Jupyter Notebook and everything in it. So you type Anaconda or just simple language, download Anaconda. You get it, download Anaconda and hit enter. When you type download Anaconda and hit enter, the first link that comes, that is free download Anaconda. You click on it. Why not open? Really? What's happening? Someone is hijacking my machine. Wow. Guys, I'm really having tough time. I don't know. The, the light went off and it's giving me kind of tough time. But don't worry. So let's get to where we were. So after typing download Anaconda, you come to here and clicking on the first link, you get to here. So you see free download Anaconda. Now you just come to the download. You can see it automatically detects your operating system. So you can see I have little some dark, like a dark or some bed on there. Meaning it's because I'm using Linux machine. So if you are using Windows, you will see the Windows machine, this Windows symbol there on the download. If you're using Mac, you see it. If you're using Linux too, you see the Linux symbol there. If you don't see, you can just come and click. If you are using Windows, just click on this. If you are using a MacBook, you click on this. So if you click on the download, you just click on download. That's all. And then it will start downloading. It is a big file, so it will take some time. When it finishes downloading, it is just like how you install anything on your Windows machine. All you do is just double click on the setup. Guys, I'm really facing some tough times here. My light is off. So I'm using the chargeable bulb. That's why you still see bulb. And my Wi-Fi is off. I'm hotspotting from my phone. My phone is down and stuff. Sorry about that. It will get better. I promise this will never happen again. Yeah. So I think we got to where you just click on the download. I told you it's a big file, around 600 megabytes or maybe. I don't know. It depends on the distro you're using. So when you click on the download, it will just download. When it finishes, you just double click on it. You click on yes, 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 next, next. It will finish installing. It will take some time. When it finishes, that's all. You have your Anaconda. So when it finishes and you use Windows, you just go to your start button and you type Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter, that is Jupyter, Jupyter. You will see Jupyter Notebook and you click on it. It will launch in your search browser. Let me try see um, if I can. The process is different from my machine, from Linux. That is why I'm not showing you how to load that. But it's quite the same. The interface is the same, but the process is different depending on what you use. So let me try show you what the Jupyter Notebook looks like. The whole. So it will open like this. So you see the Jupyter top there. So Jupyter, that is Jupyter, Jupyter Notebook. And you can see all my stuff here. These are my projects I've been working on. You can see a lot of projects. So you will not have this, and but you will have your your desktop, those things, the folders on your machine. You have them there, so you can just if you want to. Now, if you want to open a new sheet, like a new place to code, you just click on this new here and click on the Python 3 and it will open and you start coding, something like that. And if you want to create a new folder, you can see the folder here on the same name and you'll be using these two. But I always advise you to create a particular folder where you do all your all the tutorials and everything there so that you know that I have all my bootcamp resources here so that you don't lack. That is my advice to all of us. So this is how to install the Jupyter. This is all you need. None other thing do you need. And if something comes up along the way, I would show how we actually install that. Guys, are you with me? Who does not understand? Who doesn't get things? Oh, yeah. Uh, Fadila, can you hear from me? It looks like no one is talking.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, so all of you are cool, right? Fadila is my tea, so if you don't understand anything, she knows all these ones. You can reach out to her. Okay, Zainab says, yes, I guess we cool. So, guys, I think that is all I wanted us to do for today. Congratulations once again. We set to roll. Tomorrow we're going to start our Python tutorials. So please make sure you download the app by the end of by our next meeting tomorrow. If you face any challenge, just DM me or put it on the platform so that anyone can assist you. You can watch YouTube videos on YouTube how to install Jupyter Notebook on um, Windows. And there are millions of videos to watch. Very simple, similar to what I showed you, and you'll be cool. Yeah. So thank you to Dr. Zainab. Is there any other question? Any question? Please, which app you mean? I lost you momentarily. Okay, so Jupyter Notebook. Rashad, you can maybe see me, you can DM me and I walk you through again. So this is the app. The app you can see on your screen. Where that's where we're going to do our programming and stuff. So how to download it? You go to your search browser and then in any browser, whether Google Chrome, Safari, whatever. So you just type download Anaconda and click on the first link. Click on download. When you finish downloading, you just click on it and install. Double click and stuff. Then you are cool. That is all. Thank you, Rashad. Do we have any questions? 2 minutes, then we wrap up. Questions? Justina, do you have a question? You can type it if your network is bad. You're welcome, Rashad.
Oh no, thank you. I'm okay now.
Oh, okay, Alexander, are you cool? Nanamua, Mohammed.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, that's nice. Um, so guys, you are all tired. Myself, I'm tired. My jaws are paining me. They are actually paining me. There is no fluid in my mouth right now, and I've been eating too. I need to eat. I have to meet my boss, the PhD guy. The one I'm research assistant to. We need to meet and conclude on something before I sleep. So guys, without further ado, I would like us to end the meeting here. It was beyond an honor and pleasure to host all of you here. I hope to roll on this journey with you all, and I want to assure you we will never let you down. And for your info, you are all amazing. I like you all guys. You know, just feel free. If anything, you can DM. Let's not um, kind of isolate ourselves, bring what we our behaviors in class here. If you don't know anything, you can DM or ask on the platform. And don't forget, I'll drop the polls on the meeting times. If you are cool, fine, and whatever it goes, don't be offended. Yes, I don't want to have a hand in any of this. So on that note, I want to say that Fadila Mahmoud, sorry, is my TA, and if you have any questions, if you ask me and I'm not available, you can ask her. She would help you out. And have a good night. See you same time tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. My TA, Fadila, good night.
Good night, everyone. So.
Okay. So that's a good night message from my TA to you all.